What would love do now? That was the image for the thumbnail. What would love do now? What would love do now? This is a message for somebody who's going to be able to sit here long enough, sit through their ego, sit through their resistance, so that they get the message and completely transform their way of being, their way of showing up in the world, and their life. If that's you, it's an absolute pleasure and an honor to share this message with you. It's not my message. It's a message that came from, well, it's from God originally, but from Neil Donald Walsh in his book, Conversations with God. Conversations with God. You could say bod, but Conversations with God, book 1. I put off reading that book for probably about 4 or 5 years. I remember when I was first recommended it, and I was like, Conversations with God? Who needs God? I've got this. I don't need God. And then after many years of trial and error, lots of error, not as much trial, but more error, and failing and struggle, I kind of opened myself up to it. And that sentence has stuck with me ever since. It's a sentence out of the book, where basically Conversations with God, if you haven't read it, I'll just give you a quick synopsis very, very quickly, because I know someone's watching this who has watched it and they don't want to hear this bit. So Conversations with God is essentially, Neil Donald Walsh was a man down on his luck in a place where he didn't want to be. He started writing in the middle of the night in his journal, and he went to put his pen down, and then more writing came. I think at the start of his writing, it's something like, why is this happening to me? And then he went to put the pen down, and then the answer came, do you really want to know the answer? Or something came through, do you really want to know, do you really want to know the answer? This is happening so fast through me, I just can't move my lips and my tongue quick enough to get this message out for somebody today. And that's how Conversations with God, the book, or a series of books, was born. He just carried on writing through the journal. He's like, who am I talking to? This is God, blah, 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 blah. Great book, great series, really recommend them. And the one phrase really sticks out to me. And I know you're going to catch this. I know it's going to sit and fall into the right place for you. What would love do now? Because here's the thing, right? Even if you don't realize it, almost everything that we do as human beings is a means to an end. And usually that end is to get love in some form. Recognition, acceptance, respect, approval, money, sex, intimacy, and eventually to get love in some way, right? Most of the things we do, we go and get the job so that we get paid. You could say money is a form of love. You could get paid, so then you get paid so you can pay the bills, so you can support your family, so you can get love for doing that. You get recognition, you get appreciation. You might be able to get the body. You might try and get the body to get into shape, so that again you feel more confident, so you can attract a partner. So again you can get love. And all matter of things. It's not just the body or the job. It's, again, you might get the relationship and have the family, so then you can get love from your parents who wanted you to have that family, and you think that that's what you need to do, or love from society. It's usually everything that we do is a form of trying to get love, or trying to get some form of love. But when we ask the question, what would love do now? We let go of this drive to get anything from out there, and we come home to the fact that the truth is that we are the love that we've been searching for. We can give ourselves the love that we've been looking for out there, so we can just basically, essentially, truthfully, just cut out the middleman or woman or non-binary. We can just cut them out and go straight to the result that we want. The end that we're looking for is the love, and we can be that love. And we go, right, what would love do now? I'm trying to get a job so I get approval. Well, why don't I just approve of myself? Love would just approve of myself right now. I'm trying to get the relationship so I can get love from that person. Well, I just give myself love. And then you ask the question, well, what would love do for myself now? Because again, remember, what we do for ourselves, we do for others. So not what would love do for others right now, but actually what would love do for myself. If I really truly love myself, what would that look like right now? Is it go and take a bath? Is it go and take a nap? Is it cook some food? Is it go for a walk? Is it call a friend? Is it create a video for YouTube? If I truly loved, honored, and respected myself, what does that look like? And just before this video, that's literally what I did. I've done my morning clients, I've done my meditation, I've done my reading, I've listened to some music, I've had some food. And then I've got a little bit of time. I've got some stuff to do in an hour or two. And I'm like, right, what do I do now? And again, I'm human. I wandered around in a bit of a, ugh, what do I do now? So then I just, whenever I experience that, I just come home to the question, what would love do now? Like in this moment right now, if I fully loved myself, truly, truly, truly love myself, what would love do now? If I really love myself, love would support me and allow me to express myself. Love would work on my business. Love would have a little power nap, which I'm going to do pretty much straight after this video, and a bit more meditating, and a bit more journaling, and a bit more praying, a bit more inner work. If I really love myself, I'd take care of myself, give myself a hug, drink some fresh spring water. And it's those little things. And then you fill yourself up and you go, right, well, in the next moment, what would I love to do now? If I really love myself, what would I do? I'd book a hotel to go away from the weekend, which I'm trying to organise with a friend actually as we speak. What would love do now? The tax return, like sort out finances and get a grip on those and look at those and make sure I'm up to date with those. Move some money around so I've got money in savings and money in investments and I know where it's coming from and where it's going. Or love might just totally trust in the money thing and just relax with it and try not to get a grip on it and just relax and go, no, God is in the details. Again, when you're driving your car, what would love do now? Put a seatbelt on. So do it from a place of love. And at the moment, 24th of July, the new rules have come in about wearing a mask in the shop. And people are up in arms about it and complaining about it and bitching and moaning and whining about it and whinging about it. But come back to the question, what would love do now? If I truly loved myself, what would love do now? Not wear a mask? Wear a mask. The answer, any answer that you could ever need follows that question. And they're always there for you. Those answers are always there for you. What would love do now? I'm in a relationship. It's not going that great. Not really into it. Not really getting what I want from this person. We're not really connected. Don't know what to do. We've got a house, got kids. What would love do now? What would love for yourself look like? What does that look like? Making plans to move? To release the relationship lovingly, knowing that it's not the highest and best for both of you? Or does love sacrifice and force and try? What does love do? Love allows all things. Love accepts all things. So the answer to your question, like, I hate the job, don't know what to do. What would love do? If you truly loved yourself, would you stay and push through it? Or would you make plans to move into something else? I don't like where I live, but I haven't got the money. Well, what would love do now? What would love do now? Go and work another job? Learn to start a business? Start selling stuff that you've got around the house? What's the most loving thing for you to do, right? I hate my body. Okay, cool. But if you loved your body, what would that look like? What would you do? If you loved your body, what would you do? If you really loved your body, what would you do? You might exercise, you might do some yoga, you might go for a walk, you might cook some salad, you might throw out the chocolates and the ice creams that you got in the freezer. And then your dream body happens as a byproduct of you loving yourself. You don't get into shape and then love yourself. You love yourself and then you'll get into shape. You don't build a great business, earn all the money, and then you can love yourself. You love yourself first, and then the business comes off the back of it, and so does all the money. You don't get into a great relationship and make the 2.4 kids thing and the house look all perfect, and then you go, oh yeah, now I can relax, now I can love myself and appreciate myself, and I can get that love. No, 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 Batman. You love yourself first, and all of that happens as a byproduct. The dream partner comes into your life because they sense that you fully love yourself, and they meet you because they fully love their self. And then you have a partner that complements you, not completes you. That's where most people are going wrong in life. They're looking for someone to complete them because they want that other half. No, you can't have another half of something that's already whole. You can't do it. You're already whole, complete, finished article. You just think you're not, but you are, and you get to be that love for yourself. So ask yourself, with any situation that you're in right now, whatever you're struggling with, whatever challenge you've got going on right now, what would love do right now? Right now, you might not leave the relationship that you hate right now, or that you've just fallen out of love with and you're not really connecting. You might not leave it right now. You might, but you also might not. You might not phone the boss and go, I'm not coming in ever again, and leave right now. That might not be the most loving thing to do. The most loving thing might be just to sit with the fact and the acceptance that you don't want to be in that relationship. You don't want to be in that job. You don't like your body. That might be the most loving thing. It's just first to sit with those feelings and accept that. Rather than being in denial, acceptance might be the most loving thing for you. And then a conversation might be the next most loving thing to do. Making plans might be the most loving thing to do. Getting your finances in order might be the most loving thing to do. Googling, like research, might be the most loving thing to do. So just take a moment, just breathe and just sit with that and go, right, what's the most loving thing to do? Watch another video on YouTube, is that the most loving thing to do? Email Matt and ask him for one-on-one support, is that the most loving thing to do? Email Matt, asking him about the membership program that he's got coming out called Truth. It's time to discover who you are, and talk about that. Is that the most loving thing to do? Googling coaches in my area, therapists in my area, is that the most loving thing to do? Going on Amazon and buying a brand new journal, is that the most loving thing to do? Going out for a walk, is that the most loving thing to do? Turning the computer off or the phone or wherever you're watching and listening this to, and just like breathing, is that the most loving thing for you to do? What is the most loving thing for you to do? In any moment, you can come home to that question. It's a very powerful question. It will set you free. Because the truth always does, and that's everything I've got for you, because I don't want to waste any more of your time, because you don't need anything more from me. You have the answers, you have it all inside of you. I would just maybe just like pry open the door a little bit, and now you can step through it. Okay, you have the answers, it's all there for you. Okay, what would love for me, for you, do right now? What's the most loving thing that I can do right now? Go sit with that question, go be with that question, and then take the next step. Make the next step as small as you possibly can so it's manageable. And then take that very next step, and then just keep taking those next steps, and eventually you'll get to wherever you're trying to get to. Having everything that you want to have, living the life that you really want to live. That's all I've got for you today. Thank you very much for watching. Loving you. Speak to you soon.